cases to serial killers, missing persons, and more.
100% he did this.
I'd go off in the fantasy world.
How much more lucky can you get that you're not on death row?
You want to know what we know.
My name is Jay. This is Guilty of Crime.
What's up, everybody? Hello. It's 4:10 p.m. and welcome. I am Jay with Guilty of Crime, and thank you, Rosie. You're awesome. Always thinking about the train. Gotta say choo choo, or what noise do we want to make? Anyways, hello, everybody. We finally get to talk about the text message revealed parent decision coin. Yeah, I got a lot to say about that. And yes, I've watched Grizzly's take on it, which I love, by the way, thinking outside the box. Hail Queen Gisela K. Hail to the Queen. And today I realized that she's 40 years old. What? How is Grizzly younger than me? She's 40 years old. Smash the like button on your way in. I'm just baffled that I'm 45 years old and she's 40. Like, what? What happened? I'm getting old, y'all. I'm getting old. PGH Deb 412. Love you, Jay and the Crime Crew. Member for 2 months. Hello. What is up, everybody? Hello. Happy. What day are we on? Wednesday? Yes, Randy. Hello to you. And yes, how is Grizzly True Crime 40 years old and I'm 45? What? I love her, by the way. I've been watching her stuff all day. Yes, Heather. Good to see you. You're 45 too. I feel okay now. Hey, Mom. Love you. Everybody send love and prayers to my mom just because they're always helpful. Love you, Mom. And the Crime Crew is sending you all the love and good vibes and prayers. And Mom, everything always works out the way it's supposed to be. So just know that we're here. I love you. Wow. Grizzly reminds me of Flo from Progressive. She would kill it. She's all got him all. Now I'm going to be Grizzly. I'm going to be Gisela for for Halloween. Wow. Hello, Trina. Good to see you. All right. Bree, you're awesome. Jay, I'll be 40 in January. I guess I got the blinker on. Yeah. 40. What is up? Lots of love, Crime Crew. Bree, you're killing it here. Thank you. Happy belated birthday to Reese. Yesterday was her birthday. Halloween's tomorrow. Love to you, Mama Pearl. All right. We got a big discussion today because, we need justice for Madeline. Or Maddie, whatever you want to call it. I like to call her Maddie, Madeline, whatever. Maddie Soto. We need justice. And we're here to discuss this. If we want to look at the parent decision coin and we want to look at it just for what it says, then we're not going to go any deeper. We're just looking at it like, wow. Oh, a parent coin. Was she pregnant? I'm going to tell you right off the top of the hour, I do not think that she was pregnant, okay? I still am going to go with this text was in 2023. Now, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, the one that has read the 501 document pages. You guys have seen the text messages. This was prior to. So I can see now why the officers were asking why in the heck there were, was there pregnancy tests? Whose were they? Did Maddie have her period, et cetera, et cetera? I can see that. I can see why they'd ask that. Especially, you got to think about this. We're not getting all the information, y'all. We are not getting all the information in the order that we would like. Okay. So we're not getting this text message that the officers probably saw way before we even did. They saw this and they didn't release it, and they're releasing it in a way that they want to, in a way, somehow, however they're doing it, we don't know, but it's in a way that they want to do it. So it's not in chronological order. And so they know more than we do, obviously, at this point, and it's coming out in trickles. So hello to everybody. Hello. JD Laura. Hello. And yes, I was thinking of so many different scenarios when I saw this. It's crazy. Me too. I've thought of first one that came out was Plunder. I got her video kind of queued up to show apart Grizzly. I loved her Tamagotchi theory, and it kind of spiraled out towards the end where she looked into it further and said, I don't think so. I don't think the Tamagotchis having babies with each other pans out because it's only happened for they only have a baby for like a day and then it grows up. But if you're looking at this at face value, why in the heck, number one, would Maddie text Stephan Sterns, the person that's grooming her, victimizing her for years and years and years? Why would she ask Stephan Sterns, we got to get this, we got to get this, we got to get this to my groomer and victimizer? I had a Tamagotchi, so I knew it wasn't that because I'm old and I had that when I was 15. Right. Not because it's old, because the babies they grow up in like a day, is what the theory was. So, all right. Jen the Gypsy says, y'all, can I please share some great news? They finally filed a suit against the evil Cabo 6 who unalived Shanquella Robinson. It's been 2 years and no justice. Thank you. Thank you. I'll have to look into that because I'm not quite sure what it is, but thank you for sharing, Chen's a Gypsy. Please do smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe and get a membership if you don't have one. I promise you won't be disappointed. We had lots of fun. I put lots of pictures out there. I've been putting lots of members only pictures, and we have some pretty cool members only streams. Okay, so jokingly, she said, want one so she can get us to do everything for her. And that was my idea, Sonia. My idea, my theory is that Madeline Soto wanted these because Stephan played the stepfather part. We all heard that that was her stepdad. And she probably, in my theory, that she wanted more time with him and she wanted mommy and daddy, which is Jen Soto and Stephan Sterns, to take turns with what she's getting. So I thought it was like, we want this. We need to get this, meaning her, Jen, and Stephan. So we're all taking it a different way. Nothing's right or wrong. Maybe Stephan used Maddie's phone. He did use Maddie's phone at some point. I have it in writing in this 501-page document that says there were only 2 people in the house that could have used the phone, and they didn't believe it was Maddie. They thought it was Stephan Sterns. So that's another possibility, all right? So there's so many possibilities, and I just wanted to show you what the heck this was. And if you take it at face value, it's a new parent decision baby gift for mom and dad. When this text happened, now it says it's for pregnant women, baby shower, Christmas, birthday, Halloween, Thanksgiving, whatever. Innovative solution to dissolve everyday decision making. And that's the face value I'm looking at. As a new parent, you're faced with countless small decisions. Our new parent decision coin is designed to simplify this process with a fun and easy way to help you make quick decisions, such as diaper changes, feedings, and baths. However, I bet you if we looked at ratings, people would probably, and there's so many, they probably use these for other things. Fun way to divide chores, it says. Now, it doesn't have to be for a baby. So keep that in mind as we go and as your mind develops. And think about this being in 2023. And that's not when Maddie passed. So that wasn't her being pregnant in 2024 when her life was taken. All right. So, fun way to divide chores, fun and durable, nice thought and design. I mean, everybody's using this for something different, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that. So I'm trying to just think outside the box that we're all in right now. All right. Now, another thing Stearns could have absolutely done was say when you get to a certain age and it's okay for us to be together, we should have a baby. I'd like to give you a baby, all that stuff. Now, it is very heartbreaking, all right? But I wanted to show you what this was, and I'm going to play a couple clips because I haven't played Evil Exists in a while. And the first one is going to be Jen's sickening statement that I think we all think is disgusting. And it's a big reason why we're here is to hashtag arrest Jen Soto, okay? So I'm going to start with that, and then we're going to talk about the text. We're going to go over the timeline, and I'm kind of going to bounce back and forth with some things because, well, that's where I am today. All right, so Evil Exists. I used to play him quite a bit. His tone has changed. He's switched up his channel a little bit. And if you haven't subscribed to him, it's great. He puts a bunch of shorts out there of it's just packed with information. Military Ma, I'm glad that I'm doing this after everybody came out with their stuff because it is confusing. And Heather, you think the Woody Allen thing was exactly what Jen was going on and that she knew. Absolutely. And did she not see this text message that Maddie sent him? Would you think that was weird if your daughter sent your boyfriend a parent decision coin? Or maybe you're thinking she's sending that to him because she wants his attention like a daddy and her attention like a mommy. When I say her, meaning Jen Soto. And she's saying, Jen, hashtag mommy, hashtag arrest Jen Soto. Mommy is going to get this time. So mommy gets to decide now, am I in trouble? Do I get my phone? And daddy, like Stephan Sterns, you remember when he was having her do favors? Oh, if you get on your knees and do this, I'll give you this much phone time. Do you remember those decisions? So Stephan Sterns was making decisions for Maddie. All right. Now, I don't doubt that there was a scare at some point. I don't doubt that Jen wasn't monitoring Maddie's cycle. I'm pretty sure she was monitoring Maddie's cycle. And I know that because she talked to the officer about that. And jealousy is the number one thing from Jen and Stephan that I believe was the ultimate reason her life got taken. Okay. So, but I do not think that the officers are going to come back and say, we did her toxicology and it's released that she was pregnant. I don't think that. I just don't. And if I'm wrong, I'll say, well, my theory was wrong. Foxy Amazon, thank you. Happy 420 on the dot for gifting one guilty of crime membership. Exactly. Otherwise, what sense does it make? I didn't see Jen's a Gypsies thing, but the sense that I'm bringing to it is what I'm talking about today, and the multiple theories that I have on this. So hashtag arrest Jen Soto. Love you, Cheech Brown. Thank you for being a member for 6 months. That's right around the time that I got monetized. So you're all the way on the day one train. Thank you. We're at 19,150 subscribers, right around there. So thank you. We're going to come up on that 20,000 real soon. All right, let's listen to this for a minute while I collect my thoughts.
Channel for a while, you will know that we covered the case of Madeline Soto in depth. That is one case that continues to haunt me. Just the thought of what Maddie went through in that house. And I feel she was starved of the love and attention she deserved from her mother. The entire case just sickens me. The fact that Jen Soto sent her 13-year-old daughter to sleep upstairs with her on-again, off-again boyfriend is one fact that I will never wrap my head around as a parent. Maddie was groomed by Stephan from a young age, and this had been going on for years, but something changed that night. He decided to take Maddie's life. What changed? Many speculated that Maddie could have been pregnant, and now there's some new information that could potentially prove that Maddie and Stephan talked about conceiving a child together. On the 16th December of 2023, mere weeks before Maddie was killed, she was texting Stephan Sterns in the early parts of the morning. The text contained a photograph.
Okay, so now we have it here, and that is why we're speculating on this. And I have to say, and thank you, Stormcat. Love you back. Love that you've been a member all the way since the beginning. We don't always have the exact same ideas or opinions, but we're here and we're respectful, and we both love each other for that. So thank you. All right, so this is what was happening before. And what do you know? This came out after we heard all the other things. So I can understand people's theories. And if I've gotten wrong information because I don't have it documented that says pregnancy test negative, it's a good theory. Microwave Cheese, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I never thought she was pregnant, but the text saying we need this, I'm not so sure now. Now, I still don't always look at things. I don't look at things at face value. I really don't. When I look at something, I don't automatically say, oh, that looks like that. They must be that. I always look deeper level and I always think outside of the box. And that's why, I've been doing tattoos for 25 years. I'm a graphic artist, right? I'm a creator because I create things and I think deeper and I think outside the box. So my thinking is not like, oh, I see that. Oh, I guess she was automatically pregnant. Oh, no, it says it. That's it. Done. And even hearing from my source saying she wasn't pregnant, I'm still not going to take that until I see the paper. But I'm not going to keep running with, oh, she's pregnant. Let me make another episode about that. Let's check her up. But no. Minnesota girl, good to see you. How you doing? I'm glad you caught alive. Thank you for coming a member again more. I think you might have been one, but thank you for joining again. I appreciate you. And everything you guys do, hit the like button, subscribe, all the stuff. Yeah, I think it laps. All right, let's keep listening and talking this out.
Of 2 coins. It was a new parent decision coin and appeared to be from Amazon. I've looked into these coins, and here is an example of it. It's basically a coin that determines who does the duties for a newborn, the mom or the dad. For example, flip the coin to see who changes the baby's diaper. Maddie sent 2 follow-up texts to Stephan saying, "We need this. Get it for us, please." Does this play into the theory that Maddie could have already been pregnant in December, possibly just found out? By the time she was killed, she would have been around 2 months pregnant if that's true. Did Stephan freak out and kill her because it would be harder to hide as the months went by? Either way, conversations were had about the 2 of them having kids together. It just shows that Maddie was groomed by him and probably manipulated into thinking that they really loved each other and could.
Now, that's a key right there, is her being groomed and manipulated to thinking that they were in love with each other, and that has been my theory since I made the video. It was Stephan Sterns in love with Maddie with that stupid poem. After she passed, they found a yellow piece of paper with a poem. As soon as I saw that, and then I heard Stephan say to his parents, "I absolutely would not have wanted her gone. I have no reason to have wanted her gone. I didn't start this thing. Oh, well, you participated in it, but I didn't start it." Right there shows me that the premeditated part of him taking her life only could come from if she was pregnant and he was like, he found out and he shot down there and he said, "I got to take care of this." And he did it in that way. Or they saw planning going on his part. Now we got to keep Jen Soto out of this because they haven't arrested Jen Soto. And so far, they have nothing that indicates that they're going to. So, other than what we know, the Woody Allen scenario, the filming her under the door scenario, the I can't risk her being in my bed anymore thing, like all those things and reading between the lines isn't going to arrest her. Azurabella, thank you for gifting the One Guilty of Crime membership. You rock. All right, so there's that disturbing text message there on 12/16/23 at 4700 hours, sends a text to Stephan that contained a photograph of 2 coins. The coins had the inscription "New Parent Decision Coin" and appeared from Amazon. 2 follow-up texts, Stephan saying, "We need this," or to Stephan. So Maddie says, "Stephan, we need this and get it for us, please." A search of Amazon of the coins revealed what we just saw, where you flip the coin and decide if the mother or father is time to complete a task for a newborn. Face value. Due to the fact that this conversation was not near Father's Day or Mother's Day, leads one to believe that Maddie and Stephan had possibly spoke about conceiving a child. All right. So yeah, when you start to see this, you're gonna absolutely say that, "Oh, I knew it," but we don't know anything. Hello, Misty. How you doing? Good to see you. Clar, my girl. I wanted to let you know. First of all, thank you for the $4.99 super sticker. Reese got your picture and she cried. I let her open it last. She opened her costume up. She opened her stuff. And then she read, "I used to not like birthdays until I realized I was the queen." And she started bawling. So thank you for that lovely present for my beautiful 10-year-old Reese. Thank you. All right. So Stephan didn't love her. Of course not. It was a sick, twisted way more. Absolutely. It was a fantasy world. And another thing that is disgusting is you look at the price of those coins and they're like $6.99. You could probably buy them on Timo for, $2.99. And when you do, you think about, wow, really? Maddie really, think about how dependent she was on for Stephan. When you're a child and you tell someone you got to get these for us because you can't afford $2.99 or $6.99, that's how dependent she was on Stephan. All right. I really just, I'm disgusted by the whole thing, but my theory is just my theory.
Could spend their lives together. Stephan Sterns is one man that gives me the absolute creeps. I hope he rots in prison for the rest of his days.
All right. Yeah. Do it. Go hit the like over there too. Disturbing text prove Maddie talked about having kids. Interesting. All right, I'm going to go back to one more. And did I do this one yet? Hold on. I must have done this one.
Just when we thought the case of 13-year-old Madeline Soto couldn't get any more disturbing, I come across a statement from Jen Soto during one of her police interviews that leaves me speechless and sick to my stomach at the same time. I feel like this is one of many statements from Jen that shows us her line of thinking when it came to Maddie. Many believe that Jen was jealous of Maddie and didn't have much love or care for her. This audio that I'm about to play for you says a lot. It tells me all I need to know. Before we get into that, I want to refer you back to my video from yesterday, where we were discussing the motive as to why Maddie was killed after years of abuse by Stephan. We saw text in that video where Maddie asks Stephan to buy a new parent decision coin for them, showing us that they clearly talked about conceiving a child together. Did Jen know about this? In this audio, Jen says that her worst fear is the dad grooming the child, and then when the child turns 18, runs away with the dad. She told Stephan he can't do that to her. What on earth would make a mother say such a ridiculous and sickening thing? Take a listen.
I've always told him that my biggest fear is that this would turn into a Woody Allen situation where the stepdaughter or the dad grooms the child and the child turns 18 and ends up running away with him. I told him like that was my biggest.
Ding, ding, ding. That was her biggest fear. And Rosie, the phone call we played was Stephan talking to his parents recently in jail. And he said he didn't have anything to do with that. He has no reason to have want her gone. Yeah, you gotta love Evil Exist. His voice always changes. It's much different. What the? Yeah, right? All right, let's listen to this because we got to remember why we're here. Stephan Sterns is behind bars and he's never going to get out. No matter what their phone call said, 40 years minimum. He's looking at the death penalty. But you know who's out on the street? Jen Soto. And maybe Jen Soto is at a facility. She might be at a mental facility or, yeah, she might be there still. We don't know. I know she checked herself in. They talked about that. So it confirms it.
Fear, and I don't ever want that happening. Like, you can't do that to me. Like,
why would you say that to him?
Because I never trusted. I grew up being told never trust a man.
Wow, y'all, that's that Woody Allen thing. Hold on, let's listen to that one more time.
Why would you say that to him?
Because that my biggest fear is that this would turn into.
There it is.
Ridiculous and sickening thing. Take a listen.
I've always told him that my biggest fear is that this would turn into a Woody Allen situation where the stepdaughter or the dad grooms the child and the child turns 18 and ends up running away with him. I told him like that was my biggest fear and I don't ever want that happening. Like, you can't do that to me. Like,
why would you say that to him?
Because I never trusted. I grew up being told never trust a man.
All right, let's stop this. Oh, all right. What do you guys think about that? All right, let's yeah, I mean, this is just I don't know what you guys think, but I know what I know the theories that are out there. I'm not sure why you guys didn't hear this particularly, why you don't remember, or is it Rosie that doesn't remember Stephan saying, "Oh, I had no reason to do that." Well, go back to the video before. I'm going to pull up the timeline now. I mean, I want to talk about the coin thing more, but I'm also like, I think we should. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know to get into the timeline or to talk about this coin more. What does the Woody Allen comment have to do with trusting a man? He wasn't asking her that at all. Right. Yeah, absolutely. Never trust a man, but I will send my daughter to bed with a man. Right. Yeah, it makes no sense, Mom. You're right. No one ever told me to never trust a man. It's something you learn through your life. Right. And now her mom was particularly careful about that. Okay. Her mom, we knew that because she didn't like Stephan Sterns at all. Right. We know that he wasn't invited to the birthday party. All right. So let's take a look at this and we can come back to that to kind of think about it. But let's also look at the timeline because we did talk about going over the 501 page document. So let me put this down. All right. So Yeah, Jen Soto, we definitely need to hashtag arrest Jen Soto. I hope you guys are still signing the petition if you haven't, and sharing it, and just really paying attention to this case and what justice we have so far and what we don't have. What we don't have is Jen Soto being arrested. So let's think about that. I'm glad they took out some of these addresses here, because Grizzly True Crime, when I was listening to her video the other day, she brought up a good point, and I was really surprised that it happened to her. She was going through these documents, and it didn't cut out like Stephan Sterns' ID, and because it didn't cut out his ID, they took down her video. So mine got demonetized for that the other day, which is really weird. So since it does, you guys help out by liking, subscribing, sharing, all the things, and all the donations that you've done are awesome. I didn't get to say thank you for Jeannie Sayri for being a member for 1 month, and everybody else that's contributed today. Thank you. All right. I came in kind of hot here because I've been waiting to talk about this. All right, let's go over this timeline real quick while we think about that a little bit more. And we don't know if Jen's going to be a state witness at all, or if she's going to even talk anymore without her lawyer. I mean, if she's probably going to talk with her lawyer, and it's weird when you talk with your lawyer. How is she going to take the stand? What is she going to answer? What is she going to say? Did the officers get any real information from her phone that could potentially be used? Like, what's the deal with that? Like, we don't know. All right. Is she really in a clinic? She was in a clinic. Absolutely, she was in a clinic. And Veronica, I want to tell you that we can't know for a fact. I'd be lying to you if I said, Veronica, I know for a fact that she was in a clinic. I know for my fact that she was in a clinic when Stephan first got arrested. She went into a clinic, but I don't know for a fact because there's a HIPAA law. And I went to look into that if she was. And I want to tell you something. The roommate told me that Jen Soto would go check herself into mental hospitals frequently when she wasn't feeling good. So my intuition and my research say she checked herself into a mental hospital after this happened to Maddie. Yes. Do we know for a fact? No, because we can't check. We wanted to call places, and we realized, oh, HIPAA law is not going to tell us. Monica Olin, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. She knew. Sick. I agree. If we were to make a document of all the things that she said, then that would lean towards her knowing. We're going to weigh on the side of knowing. And I don't think it's an excuse, Veronica. I think it's a partial excuse, but it was very typical for her to check herself in. We heard that. Everything she would check herself in for when she needed to check out. And that was part of why she has disability, because she has those records of having mental health problems. Yes, I do. I feel bad for anybody that has to room with her. All right. And they're not going to tell you anything. Time passes. They check in. It goes on your record, and that's it. Right. Let's take a look at this 501-page document real quick. I'm going to see if I can do some of the timeline quickly. Now, this starts on February 26, 2024. And the reason I'm even going over this timeline is because we have this huge 501-page document of things that we didn't see. And I'm going to lead up into page, I believe, 209, just to show you that we do have all the information. And we have the information because Gavin Fish so kindly shared with us, which was, he always does. He's amazing. And Bree, thank you for getting that. A lot of times we get FOIAs, but this time we got it through Gavin. So there's nobody, I love Plunder, and I'll probably thank her for playing some of her video in a bit, but we didn't get this from her. We got it from Gavin. So thank you, Gavin Fish. All right. So we're going to start the timeline, and then on 209, you're going to see the Amazon ad page that came from the police records, and then the report about Maddie asking Stephan. I just want you guys to know I have the report. I'd love for you guys to dig through this as well. Again, I need to upload this somewhere so you guys can grab it if you want it, because I'd love for you to come back to me with questions about this and say, Jay, I've gone over this document, and it'd be really nice if you could go over this. I'd love to do that. Okay. Timeline. February 26, 2024. I have a feeling the reason these are blurred out, you want to know why? because they're good pictures of Maddie being slumped over. Now, obviously, I can read that, right? 7:30 in the morning, Stephan is seen on camera with the victim slumped over in the passenger seat. So you just see a black box. Would you want to see more? No. No one needs to see more except the officers. So 7:30 and then 7:35, these blank boxes here is Maddie. Well, it's Maddie slumped over in the seat. Now picture this. Picture her slumped over in the seat. Okay, I know it's sad. Justice for Maddie. I'll throw that up there as well. And Boston Chica 1111. So we're gonna say a prayer for Maddie as well. Thank you so much for the $2.99 super sticker. I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Maddie slumped over. Now, there's pictures of the car with a dog leash in the passenger seat. Now, I know they took the dogs they took the dog in the car and they used that, but I have a feeling that picture has the dog leash and with not only the seatbelt but the dog leash wrapped around Maddie, because they took those as evidence and it was in the front seat, using it, I think, to hold Maddie in the right position. But the officers got such a good visual, they knew that Maddie was not alive. Now, I've never seen a picture of somebody that was not alive anymore with their mouth open. And if I never do, I'll be okay, but I can imagine it. Hey, Queen J, happy birthday to my fellow Scorpion Reese. Thank you. Thank you. She was just tickled pink from you guys and all the birthday wishes and all the love. So thank you. My daughter turned 10 years old yesterday, and this case is really close to my heart. I can't. When I started this case, Reese was 9. I had nightmares. I read the first documents. I read the first cases when I started covering this, and I had nightmares. And I had nightmares of my own daughter. I had nightmares of somebody stalking my daughter in the shower. It was not good. My birthday month is coming up 11/1. Happy birthday month to you, Boston Chica, and thank you. Well, if you're a real web sleuth, you want to see the pictures and even the autopsies, but you don't want to show them. So I'm always open to see all the crime scenes, but I'm not open to share them. All right. So here this is 5 minutes later, throwing something in the complex dumpster. I'm pretty sure that was part of her backpack and whatever he was throwing away of hers for school that they asked him about in the interrogation. And he didn't know he was throwing out the house trash. Really messed up. 25 minutes later, he left the complex with the victim and U-turned on the church loop. So 25 minutes later, he jammed over to the church by Maddie's school. 8:10, and this gives you a good timeline. Was it February 26, 2024? All right. So the text messages were in December 13th, 2023. It actually wasn't that far out. My bad on that earlier. I said it was a little bit farther out. I thought so. I was wrong. All right. 20 minutes later, 8:10, Osceola County line sees this 2010 silver Lincoln with the license plate. Now they're seeing the camera passenger seat leaning back. So photo taken, learn Maddie's in that seat. She has not been taken anywhere or put anywhere yet, because he has to go to the parking garage to move her from the front seat to the back. So this gives a little bit better idea of that timeline that day, which I haven't really been able to visualize without this. I'm a very visual learner, and when I see this, it just gives me such a visual. February 26th, 7:30 in the morning, all of this starts. How long did he have her in the house after she was passed away? What did he do with her body? How did he get her out from the kitchen without the roommates seeing as they were getting ready for work, without somebody helping him? Why was there a one crock in Jen's room and one crock in the trash? Her mouth was open for hours in those pictures, that poor baby. Yeah, and it's 4:44 right now, so I'm going to say a wish. I'm going to say a prayer for Maddie. You guys can make a wish. 444. We need justice for Madeline Soto in this case. This is horrible. And rigor mortis starts to set in very quickly. Very quickly. So I just can't fill in the blanks yet. I can't fill in the blanks about this. And how long was she gone for? What happened? January 24th. Question. What time did Stephan place Maddie in the car? That's what I said right now. We don't know. Now, I speculate it was between 4 and 6 in the morning, just because when rigor mortis does set in, people don't flop around as easy. They're not just like, if you drop an arm like this, it's not as limp as hours later when it's going to be stiffer, right? So the time really matters. Rigor starts in the jaw muscles. Thank you, Bean. But you just can't tell. Wow. Prayers for you, Heather. My ex-husband died the same day. Prayers for him. Prayers for Maddie. We don't know how Stephan Sterns, we know he asphyxiation. So asphyxiation with a little girl that is taking a ton of meds. Now, think about her heart rate slowing down with all that medication, right? That medication that she was given would slow your heart rate down to put you to sleep. And if he double medicated her, you're right, Remy stuff. He double medicated her. It'd be very easy to asphyxiate somebody when their heart rate's already at a slow rate and they're sleeping without a lot of noise. And the roommates obviously didn't hear anything. They said they heard. That's what they heard, like a phone or a desk or something. All right. All right, let's get through this, but let's visualize it as well. I know it's tough, but just think about what happened to Maddie, and it's important for us to know, because if we don't know, then we're not going to be able to. Well, we got to think it through logically and not spread untruths, right? So that's why I think we're all so curious, and I thought that too. I thought I don't know about the accidental overdose. I think that she was already highly medicated, and then that happened. If it was an accidental overdose, I don't see why you would need to do the rest. So I think this is very important. That noise it could have been Maddie kicking. It could have been him filming. It could have been moving the tripod. You hear my noises? I'm taking a puffer and hitting it on my desk. All right. I don't. All right. So Jen texted 11:38 and said, made sure Maddie go to sleep right away. But we don't know that because he was on his what was that? What is that app? He was on his social media, possibly where he put his CSAM stuff, and I can't remember the app right now. I know you guys will remember it. Telegram. He was on Telegram and he logged out right before midnight, I believe. All right. You guys can fill in those blanks right now. All right. So here's our timeline. We started at 7:30. At 8:11, he's already on the red light camera. I mean, this guy's just a moron. He sits there and tells the officer, in this day and age, in 2024, I can't believe there's not cameras everywhere. Well, yes, Stephan, there was cameras everywhere, and they got you. They got you throwing stuff away. They got you moving her body. They got you everywhere, dude. All right. So not even an hour later, he re-enters the complex with someone in a green top slumped over. So this box again is Maddie in her green hoodie slumped over. He leaves at 8:31 through the back. Again, he's talking about I had my clicker and this and that. I need to go in now and I forgot this and so he's all over the place. All right. Now, Stephan drops off 8:30, 8:40. I don't know what he was dropping off. It says Stephan drops off at Town Loop. 8:30, 8:40, and then Stephan makes a U-turn by the smoke shop. So we can see these times. I don't know exactly what that means, but it's the police stuff. It's a police language. EB Osceola Parkway, 8:39. I mean, these are all the times they caught him. And this is pages, y'all. 8:41, another camera. Now, this is a very clear shot. This is a little bit of a blurry shot because I think he's driving at this point. 8:41. Then 7 minutes later, vehicles near center lane, they get him again on there, and there's his tag. So he's all over the place. 10 minutes later, 8:58, he's on a red light camera. Yet again, there's the back of his car. And then 3 minutes later, he's going this way on International Center Park Drive with a red camera light. Side of the car, no tags, but they're on it. A minute later, he's going that way. They got a camera from that way on Aquatica rear entrance, International Drive. I mean, think about it when you guys go to Disneyland. I've only been in Disney World once, but think about how many cameras are there in that area, right? I'm sure if we were looking at the Sea Harbor Drive International, it's a high traffic area, a lot of tourists. 9:02, and then 41 seconds later, there he is again. I mean, they just got him all morning long. A minute later, there he is again, going this way. He's just all over the place. This has got to be a clearer shot of Maddie, I'm assuming. All right, so 9:04, not even 2 minutes later again, and then 9:05. 11 minutes later, he's at the gateway, orange word and gateway, and these probably are pictures that are clear again. 9 minutes later, there he is again, and they blacked it out. An hour, 2 hours later, about 2 hours later from the time he started, he's pulling into 2405 Commerce Park. There goes his car. Now, I'm going to look at chat for a minute because, I mean, I'm just like, wow, this timeline is just, it gives you a better idea of what he did that morning, and he was on the map. And when I say he's on the map, literally, he was on the map. Yeah, I figured International was a main strip. Now, hello, Michelle Lalonde. It's better late than never. All right, listen, I think Grizzly True Crime did map time with this. I don't know if you guys want to kind of see the map time real quickly after I run through this, just so you can see how it was going all over the place, back and forth within minutes. Within minutes of it, it just gives you a clear idea of that morning, what in the heck was going on with Maddie's body. Was it being jerked around as he was doing U-turns and moving? Is that why he laid her seat back? Why did he lay her seat back like that? Did he see the cameras after a while and say, oh man, she really doesn't look like she's sleeping, and if I get pulled over, what was the deal with that? I mean, I'm just such a visual person. While I'm reading this and going over this, I'm seeing Maddie in the seat, and it's killing me. All right. Okay. Yeah. Cinder. See, I love you all. I love that you guys are crime crew members, and I love it when you're not. I love it when you're not. I just love talking to you guys. Cinder, kitchen skills. I'm surprised he was driving around SeaWorld. It's so busy on International. You're right. It's tourists. It's new drivers. It's old drivers. It's people coming from the airport, going from the airport, traveling, business. It's absolutely just, I mean, CCTV exists. He knew CCTV exists, and he knows it's 24, and he knows that there's a camera on everything. All right, we're going to go through this, and then we'll go to the map time real quick, because I am such a visual learner that, like, Bree gave me instructions the other day on something. Bree, I don't know what you gave me instructions on, but she gave me instructions, and it was like she was speaking Chinese to me. I didn't understand it. So she sent me a YouTube video of it that was like 5 minutes long. I watched the video, and it was just, bam, I see it. I see it very clearly. All right. You guys are on the same page. So let's go through this real quick. Picture what the heck's going on. Then we're going to go. Yeah, he's brain dead. Yeah. But he talks like he's the smartest man in the room, Sue. Yeah, he was pretty messed up. Yeah, Bree, you're amazing. I love how you watch out for Guilty of Crime channel and keeping me all good to go. So I appreciate it. All right. Yeah, you sent me a video. You said, girl, you don't understand my directions. Watch this. Watch this, Beezy. All right. Now we're getting to, and this is great. I love this timeline. I'm glad. I wish we had it before. 7:30. This guy heads out of the door. Nobody saw him. They're getting ready for work. He got out somehow. One crock was left in the house. Now he's going to the parking garage and putting Madeline's body in the trunk. Now, 3 minutes later, he's leaving the parking garage. He just put her in the trunk. The seat's empty now. All there is a dog leash. And 5 minutes later, we see him again on Central Florida Parkway in his stupid Lincoln. All right. Then a minute later, we see him on a red light camera again. I mean, this guy is just either oblivious or just stupid or both, or just what he say, zonked out. All right, so 13 minutes later on a red light, there he goes again. Going somewhere, I don't know. When we look at the map time, we'll be able to tell a little better. 2 minutes later. 2010, Osceola County line. I think that's what it's saying. I don't know if he was going because he went into Kissimmee and because he was in different places, if that crossed over. It was 25 minutes out. 10:05, 10:06, dot. Maybe those were the trackers, like when you're going on a bridge or something. Someone can tell me. Now, Stephan shown on the complex, video at the dumpster. 49 minutes later. Jesus, Jesus, help us. Say a prayer. Plunder, say a prayer for us. We love you, Paula. All right. Stephan makes an outgoing call at 11:02. He's calling. Does anyone think this was Jen Soto he was calling? I think it was. Please tell me if you think that was Jen Soto he was calling, because I think he was calling Jen Soto, and he called her to tell her I was coming home. I dropped her off at school. I had to get my vape, blah, 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 blah. Now, Stephan obviously didn't have an end game. No, and that's why the premeditation rocks my brain, because it doesn't seem like it was premeditated, but we don't know what the text messages were for him coming down on Saturday night. We don't know. We don't know. The cops know something else. Otherwise, they wouldn't call it premeditated. But if it was premeditated, because he brought the gun and he had the gun loaded, and maybe he had filmed some stuff that they got. We don't know. But he still got a flat tire. But the flat tire was after the fact that he had already done to everything. All right. Now, you're listening to the new call dump. I swear they're speaking in code about Mickey Mouse box and popcorn box. Probably. When you start hearing code words over and over that don't make sense to you, a lot of times they're speaking in code. All right, well, let's finish this up so we can look at a visual. But I'm fired up today, y'all. I'm fired up. I had the weekend off, and then I went streamed today. Yesterday I had off, and I've been watching all this, and I'm just fired up. I want Jen to be arrested so bad. I look every day, every night before I go to sleep. I check YouTube, and I look for every notification, and it just hasn't happened. All right, so 11:02. I'm going to assume Stephan calls to Jennifer Soto for 48 seconds. The device is at home. So did he call Jen Soto? Was she at her blood appointment that time? 11:03. The phone begins moving from the apartment. Then from the apartment, he makes a purchase at the smoke shop. Now, we don't know why this is blurted out. Stephan is in a different shirt than seen earlier. So he left the house at 7:30. By almost 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 4 hours later. Yes, I still count on my fingers. He's already changed his shirt, and he's gone at the smoke shop, and they've got him on video. All right, so now we're 25 minutes later. There he goes again. Stephan says he goes home to hang out. Now, remember, he was chit-chatting with Jen at the desk. All right, you can't forget this stuff. So we're at oh shoot. All right, this is good. 11:48. He goes home to chit chat, and he resets his phone at 12:12. Not even about a half an hour later, he's resetting his phone. Didn't work, but he did it. Another 30 minutes or so, he's on camera again. We don't know where, because it just says AB 192. Oh, 192. All right, you guys, look, 192, 192, 192, 192. Here's the 192 pass. So from 12:49 to 12:59, that's what, 15 minutes. He's meandering his way. Yes, meandering his way down 192. 12:51, he meanders his way down. 12:54, he's meandering. He's slowed down. It looks like there's a crosswalk there. It looks like he's been anxious to get started. Who knows? 12:59, still meandering down 192, making his way at $1,300 down 192. And Bill Beck, 1,300 hours. There he goes again, running an errand on 192, y'all. 192 is like the stretch. That's why we need to look at this. 1305, 192 in Pecan. There you go. There goes his car. 3 minutes later, going down. Looks like he just passed another street. sidewalk. 192 Old Canoe Road. Sorry, I couldn't talk. 192 in Neptune. There he goes. You guys are we're speaking in code 192. All right. So now we're at 1313 and he's now on Vermont and he's made his way down 192. All right. Let me check on chat because that's a lot of 192s. Lou, thank you for becoming a member for 1 month. And if you guys want to, I'll just reiterate, please do me a favor. And if you can, subscribe, get a membership. And Lou, thank you so much for the $5 pound super chat. And this is for all of you. Please check your children's devices. Predators are everywhere and on every app. Yes, I agree. You know what I do, Lou? I hook my device to my daughter's and I make an account and I let her use an account, but it's really my account. So I monitor what she's doing. You cannot keep your kids away from everything and you cannot put them in a bubble, but you can monitor them. And hello, Sadie's mama. I love you. I hope you're feeling okay today. Yes, like Casey Anthony. And meandering, I can't even. Yes, she needs to be locked up. She's quiet for a reason. Watch, she's being used by the state and probably more. She stayed zombied in Xanax. I recognize. Mark my word. Yeah, I agree with you. Every time he says Crocs with socks, I wanted to lose my shite. Yeah, probably all of us. Homework as well, Jay. All right, let's keep going. I just wanted to check in with chat. I never want to neglect you all. All right, so we're meandering our way all together on 192. Just every minute, this guy, Michigan to Delaware to Mississippi. It's about every minute to 2 minutes. Right now, folks, we finally made it to Old Hickory Road. All right. So we've meandered our way down there. Here we go. We're still on 192, but oh no, we actually came off 192 and on Old Hickory Tree. Now we're gonna start to see where the flat tire. We don't see we do. We see it changed, y'all. So 13, 16, and 58. I can't tell. But at 1412, we're about an hour after. We see it meandering its way down 192. I'm assuming it's heading back home. And there you go. There's the donut, y'all. There you go. And I'm going to just stop for a second and say, prayers for Madeline Soto right now. And the fact that Maddie, I think, is watching over us as people and she's helping all the children get justice by changing laws, by being aware. This happened. This was divine intervention. Rosie, thank you so much for the 199 super sticker. And I did not forget about you, Microwave Cheese. I love you. Thank you for the $10 super chat. He can meander in his jail cell for the rest of his life. I agree. I want Jen Soto to be there as well. And thank you, Rosie, again. All right. So now we see it didn't even take 10 minutes, y'all. That was a quick. So we want to say a prayer for those lovely people that called in. Walter was one of them, Walter Rosca. And if you're here, Walter's wife, hello. And what's the other guy's name? Is it Tom? You guys can tell me who our hero is. I can't think of it right now, but a little over 10 minutes, and there you go. And I want to say happy Halloween to everybody. Happy Halloween Eve to everybody. Thank you. All right. I'll be right back taking my enchiladas. Ooh, enchiladas. I'm starving. Do not say that. I need to bubble wrap so I can pop the bubbles every time you say meandering. We'll pop another one, military ma. All right. So divine intervention is what this is called. All right. Divine intervention intervened. All right. Let's look at this. He doesn't have the donut on here. He's moving his way toward Mississippi, going the opposite way. I believe he's going, north and then south or whatever, south and then north, because we're on South Hickory Tree. And then he goes back north and now he's heading back. So check this out. He started on Mississippi going that way, let's say, and he comes back on Mississippi going that way. So from 1315 to 1412, he moved from Mississippi that way to Mississippi back, and he now has a donut. I think this is significant, and the times that they got here. So we got 4:12:20 and then 4:12:34. Like, I mean, this is just catching this guy, right? He's changed a tire in less than 12 minutes, got his thumb hurt, and 2 people called it in. I love them. Divine intervention. All right. So he's meandering his way back down. Now you're starting to see 192 and hitting back all the streets, Michigan, New York, right? Buttinger, I think, 192. You see that donut, Neptune, 192, Old Canoe Creek. I was stuttering on that earlier. He's got the donut, very significant, very significant. 1419, 1423:37. It just says 192 in Academy. So he's worked his way back. All right. 1426. I mean, every picture is the same. 28, 1429, 1430. He leaves home. Wow. Wait, what? He did what? So he worked down to Bill Beck again, and then Fortune at 1429, and then he leaves home to pick up from school. So 1490. Okay, so it says somebody, and is that, what is that? How does somebody, Jen Soto, leaves home to pick up the victim from school? Is that what they're talking about? She used this? Okay, you guys can talk about that in chat. Please tell me. Then 8 minutes later, there it goes again, working back down 192 JYP. You guys see the pattern? Emery. And then Jennifer Soto stays at the school. This has to be Jennifer Soto. I can see this here. There's a J and there's an S. Stays at school until 16:30, or what is that? 4:30. So 4:30. Remember, she's in line. She must be driving that car. She stays at school. We see it. Then it's coming back towards 192 in Dyer. There it is. Now, at 15:21, Stephan is seen throwing something in the complex dumpster. Now, is he throwing what is he throwing away there? Is he still throwing her backpack stuff and little dribs and drabs? And let me put something up here. I gotta have something up here. Tamales. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Yeah, 4:30. Happy spook day to everybody. Wolfpack, what's up? Good to see you. Jeannie. All right, fam says 4:30. Savage Barbie, love cheese, even though I'm lactose intolerant. All right, somebody write hashtag arrest Jen Soto, and I'll paste it up here. Hello, Patricia. Better late than never. We just broke down this timeline, and I'm going to throw a visual on here real soon of the Grizzly. Grizzly did it really well, and I love you, Grizzly. I love you, Gizela K. Love you. Right? House trash, yes. And thank you. Where'd my Savage Barbie go? All right, Savage Barbie, I wish you were like a real Barbie and I could have a Savage Barbie and put you in my pocket and take you with me. Hashtag arrest Jen Soto. Now, I want to hear the theories. Gail Trenchard says, could Maddie have wanted the coin for a totally unrelated baby reason, such as walking the dog? It was close to Christmas time, could have been a gift. Gail, I love that you're thinking outside of the box. And I'm going to throw this potato up for a trigger warning, because this is all just a trigger. When we start seeing the pictures with the seatbelt and all that, it gives me a trigger warning in my head because I see Maddie seatbelted in with a dog leash around her. Yes, Gail, you're absolutely right. It was very near Christmas, 11 days away. Absolutely could have been that. Haul the mashed potato to jail. Backpack in the AM, shredded the tire in the PM. Thank you, Cinder. There it is. Yeah, this is a detailed document. Is Synth in here today? You know who I haven't seen is Synth. Synth, are you here today? You might be busy. I don't know. All right. I don't know, but Carly, good to see you. I haven't talked to you much over the last few days. All right, trigger warning. Thank you, Veronica. Is that potato Jen Soto? Yes. Kitchen skills. Good to see you here. That is Jen Soto, the evil potato, and it's our trigger warning doll. All right. I guess Synth isn't here, but hello, Synth. If you see this later, let's keep going so we get into the visuals. Well, there's some visuals. All right. You're right. You're right. This was the dumpster throwing away the shredded tire. 1610 goes to grandma's workplace. All right. Picture it, y'all. Picture it. Picture them in the grandma's office. Yolanda Zambrano, Jen Soto, Stephan Sterns, and all the roommates, all the people. They go there, then they drive around to grandma's work and school looking for the victim. Jen Soto doesn't call in. She doesn't call. They realize a victim is missing and call victim's friends. They just list a name to see if the victim, if Maddie went to school, then returns to grandma's and goes through Maddie's phone. All right, so we're talking about 4:36 on video. Stephan's seen putting the tire in the apartment complex dumpster. Now, this is it's blacked out, but we know it's a shredded tire. Then, nowhere in this is Jen Soto or Stephan Sterns. We're going to say that Stephanie and Yolanda. Yolanda called and Stephanie called. They called 3 times between the two of them to 911 to report. Now, this is at 4:43. Then again at 5:15, 911 for an update. Okay, then in between 1800, they go back to the apartment. Family helps search the area for the victim. It wasn't Jen. It wasn't Stephan. They were sitting there like dumb, evil potatoes. Then, what is that? 8:21, they call for an update. So between 16:43, which is 4:43, and what is that? Am I doing this right? 8, it's 12. So 7:21 between then and then. What is that? A 3-hour difference? They call for a 911 update. Deputies arrive on scene. I'm not the best with military time. I know it's 12 minus. So that's 7:21 and that's 4:43. So finally at 1990 or 1937 or 7:37 p.m., deputies arrive on the scene. Then at 2100 hours, domestic screens the calls for signal 8, which means, what is that? A missing child? And domestic does not respond. It means something like that. I don't know. Okay, so then they get the car driving away again. Now it's already dark. You can't see much. Osceola County line, I believe. We're at 2147. It's dark. Victim entered into teletype. Phone is shut off between 2024 and 2032. Phone got shut off. Interesting that you would shut your phone off when a child's missing. So then we get to February 27th. All right, so this is just zooming everywhere. This is the next day. All right, so I'm not going to go over this because we're going to take another hour. I probably could go over this later, but we're looking at the next day, and I mean, he's already taken Maddie. He's already dropped her off to where they're going to find her, and now he's going back and forth. You can see his car. There's St. Cloud. Next day, zoom in fast. We're still on the 27th. I kind of want to just get through this. Every time the camera catches him, he's moving down 192 again to Mississippi, to Delaware, to Michigan, to New York Avenue, to Buttinger, to Neptune, to Old Canoe, to Graham, to Academy Drive. Do you see it? 192, Bill Beck. And it's just going. It's doing the same pattern up and down. He hits a toll, Osceola Parkway. All right. And then they interview the students. It gives you a good timeline of everything that happened. Daytime chase. So we're still on the 27th. Stephan's phone was seized. All right, this gives you a good time. So the 27th, he's driving around all day. Interview with probably Jen Soto and Stephan Sterns at 11:16. I guess it just says 11:16. And then interview students at school. This is the next day, the 27th. Command post initiated, daytime chase, flyover. And then Stephan's phone was seized. So February 27th, it gives you an idea. Code red was sent on the 27th. Osceola K9 did a track, which was negative. Okay, that was a K9 dog. Then February 28th comes along. This is a beautiful timeline. Vehicle was towed on the 28th. Now, the vehicle was the Lincoln, I believe. Now, 4:35 on camera, Stephan leaves the hotel through the front lobby. Actually, this is a really good timeline. 1 mile from Christopher Star. Oh, wow. For 629 North Cranberry and Toledo. They've got the license plate, but they're not. I don't know why they blurred out. 1 mile from Chris's home. Photo taken from Learn. Logged into Google. Chris Stern's dad. So that was Stephan going there. They got that on the camera. Wow. Has anybody gone over this yet? Man, his Fitbit came up. Do you think that watch his parents were learning for his dad for now? I think he turned it in. Yeah, they did talk about the Fitbit somewhere. I'm just not on that yet. We're before noon now, but we're on the 28th now. I didn't realize the timeline was so detailed, y'all. All right. Okay, so that play was brought out because he was Jen's car now. when you're 5,000 feet above and then you go into detail like that, you're like, whoa. Page 55 is the Fitbit. Okay, yeah, I've got a lot of pages. Thank you, Carly. Page 55. Yeah, we're going to have to spend some time on this. So let's finish this timeline, and then I'm going to go on to, when I saw all right, where's it? Timeline and vehicle. I don't want the timeline because we did that, but I will show the map time like I promised. And let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. So Fitbit is the watch I asked the parents about the jail call. So there is the Fitbit. It actually comes up on here. So I think we'll watch this for a while. You guys get to watch Grizzly True Crime with Guilty of Crime. Let's finish this up so we get to that. Yeah. Gizela did it. And I've been talking for like an hour now. All right. Let's get through. Get back up to the 1,000-foot view. Next day. We're on the 28th. Vehicle accident. So they've got the next car. They got the what is that? That's the Nissan. That's why I blurred out Jen was not a suspect, and I guess that's privacy. So we're still on the 28th. Nothing really. On camera, Chris Stearns walks into the hotel. So this is when the hotel thing happened. Obviously Stephan went to his dad's house in between. Stephan walks into a hotel lobby at 10:55. Executed search warrant on the Lincoln at 11:45. I need a drink. Old Hickory Tree Road at 12:44. Ooh, tire tread was found. So that was the Old Hickory Tree Road. They must have got tipped in. Stephan and Jen were brought into Central Ops. Nissan was taken into custody. They've got both cars. Now, what does this say? Locate the victim's backpack with the laptop, notes, and crock inside the dumpster located at the apartment complex. A piece of tire was also recovered. Now we're on March 1st. 12:45. Okay, here we go. So they went from 12:45 to 16:47. Madeline Soto's body was found, Hickory Tree and Brick Canal. Perfect. All right, I'm going to stop sharing this now. Let's take this away. There's no information on that, which I don't want to get dinged for because I need to go through it. And we're going to just talk about the Fitbit with Grizzly True Crime so I can catch a breath. And she's got in the order that we need the map time and all that stuff. So thank you, Grizzly. Fitbit in the watch. Fitbit is a watch that he asked for, and this is on page 55. So let's talk with Grizzly True Crime. And I have this document, by the way. So this talks about reviewing the contents of Stephan's Google account and the Fitbit.
So
I love
now. Oh, wow. Interesting. Thank you all for sharing information that I'm just seeing flying past here. I'm going to try my best to stay focused here. So the Fitbit, Uncle Google's going to get him. The Fitbit's going to get him. And wait till you see how many surveillance photos they have of this guy. Wow. This man-child. I don't even like saying guy by name. Okay, so now we're going to go to page 63, trigger warning. The trigger warning is about this saying, based on the affiant's experience, collectors of CSAM will store their images and videos as if they were trophies in perpetuity. Images and videos of CSAM with children other than the victim in this case were discovered on Stephan Sterns' cell phone device and Google account.
Yes,
we know about the USB drive that was found in the storeroom as well. There were like 35,000 images there.
Yep.
But here they say his phone device and Google account, pictures of other children. I know many people had asked along the way, did he have pictures of other children? Yeah, unfortunately, yes. Yeah, I think he's much.
And that answers a huge question for everybody. I feel like every time I present this case, somebody asked me if there were other children that I think were involved. And yes, now we know for sure. And we've talked about it, but we don't know if there were other children involved that he was actually physically taking pictures of, or was it him sharing with Santa, with the guy from the Mitchell guy from Maddie's school? We don't know. All right. Thank you, Vicky Prieto, for gifting 1 Guilty of Crime membership. And thank you, Grizzly, for helping us out here and giving me a break on my voice. Let's all hit that like button for Jay and for Grizzly. You guys are all probably Grizzly. You're probably all Grizzlies. And you're part of the Guilty of Crime crew. Now, I don't know if I missed anything, but yeah, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. More meandering through my debit card. You meandered $5, and I appreciate that so very much. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Love you guys.
Worse than any of us could ever imagine, right? So they said, by the way, in the early morning hours of the 28th of Feb, what did I highlight there? Oh yeah, let it be known that Stephan was in the area of Northport, Florida, in the early morning hours of the 20th of Feb. This is the location of his dad's storage unit. The USBs were located in Stephan's bedroom that Chris was cleaning. The above items were collected by Northport Police Department and transferred to the Kissimmee Police Department. Right? Robbie's like, busted. Yeah. So unfortunately, they found lots of CSAM, and they said that a lot of people, like these predators, they collect these pictures as if they were trophies in perpetuity. Okay, so that's other children. Now, I want to quickly go to page 71. This is, and it's so redacted, I really don't want to guess. I don't know, but I'm just going to read it to you in case, I don't know, if it makes sense to anyone, you let me know, right? Quickly, Donna Barry said, is that?
No, I'm not going to make her do all this. I'm going to read that real quick. Hold on.
So, it says,
look at I did. Look at I did. My bad. Hold on. I really wanted to do map time, y'all. I think I need to cover this stuff myself. This is about the Fitbit and is at the watch that his parents saw in the jail. So I'm going to stop this page for a minute and just kind of read hers. I'm going to
on page 71 of 5.
Back on 71. And then I'm going to go to map time because I do have this document and there's 501 pages. And today I didn't get to do my homework and I was late for you all because I needed to pick up Reese because she said she had a migraine. All right. Thank you, Vicky Prieto, for the $2 super sticker. I love you. Thank you guys for keeping it coming. I got 21 super chats, super stickers, membership gifting. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the love and support. Here's to 20,000. Let's get 20,000, y'all. All right. Sterns meandering, killing time. Watts, no incline. There's something about them. I agree. Yes, they are. Absolutely. And I love you. I love you guys that you're throwing your theory. Do you think Maddie really understood what he was doing to her would make a baby? Right. I think she was so groomed. I do think she did. I do. But I think that her feelings were very much ones of confusion. My granddaughter just turned 12. She started her time about 2 months ago, but I don't think she knows much more. I think Maddie Soto did know. I really do. Sue, thank you. And Mary Frances. Let me take a look at this page and we're going to do map time. I have this document and I don't want to be lazy by not going over it, but I'm being lazy. The communication between, I'm going to say Jen Soto and Stephan Sterns show routine communication by cell phone. I think that might have been Madeline Soto. Let's read it. Even when they're both inside the same apartment. I think this is Madeline Soto, y'all. And this is pretty key because we talked about them. We saw a meme that says, even when you're in the same room, you be texting each other or something like that. So maybe the communication between Madeline Soto and Stephan Sterns show routine communication by cellular phone devices, even when they're both inside the apartment. There's also a likelihood that there's communication between maybe Maddie and Jen regarding the relationship between. No, that's it. What does that say, y'all? Between, is it Maddie and Stephan? But how would this be Jen? What does that say? Tracy can't thank you. I don't know what that says. I know this is horrific. And thank you, Graciela. I love you. Looking good, girl. Hope you're feeling better. Oh, how did she know about that? What did I miss? So they're both texting each other, but it says the likelihood of communication between this and this regarding the relationship between Stephan and I'm thinking Madeline. I'm going to have to move on because I don't know. Still images recovered from the license plate camera surveillance showed Maddie in an unnatural position, slumped over. Okay. All right. We did that. My dog's yelling at me. All right. So a cadaver dog. We're going to have to go over this. Body appeared lifeless due to her arms moving in an uncontrolled manner. All right. Map time. Let's see. I know, Wes. I know. We love map time. Let's go. Thank you, Grizzly. She used to be a pilot, if you didn't know. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, so I'm like looking for the map. There we go. Damn, look at this. Look at this. This is so hectic. Let me quickly just find this email so I can just read you some of the context.
Come here. Come here. Come here.
Okay. They said, hey, Gisela, I found something for real. Jen's friend that she names in one interview, but not another is, and then she names her. I think I redacted the name, but okay. She names her. In the video interview, Jen pretends to look on the phone at a map to try to find this friend where this, where the friend lives for the detective. At 2:34:18, Jen says, I've never been with him to St. Cloud before. She goes on to say, one of my really good friends lives off Old Canoe Creek Road, off Nolte Road, which she does. But this is not this friend, and it isn't the friend police are interested in. I think Jen knows this. It's one of two people that she knows in St. Cloud. At 2:35-ish, this hour, 2 hours 35-ish, when talking about this other friend and trying to find her place on the map, Jen acts dumb and says, yeah, Lake Lizzie sounds familiar because she went hiking there and claims that this friend lives right there. She's avoiding telling them where she actually lives. And finally, I know why. It's what this person emailed me. Thank you to this Grizzly. They said this friend lives at her mother's property. And you guessed it, on Old Hickory. It's actually on Hickory Tree.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say this because I really thought that the reason that Stephan went over to Old Hickory Tree Road and to that area, and I still think that was planted in his head by Jen Soto. He didn't know that area, and she lived right down the street. If you were to pass Old Hickory Tree Road and keep going, one of the members of the crime crew actually drove and mapped it out. So let's keep that in mind as we're looking at this map time. Look at where Madeline was found, and then look at, it gives you a good idea of Hickory Tree Road and this long stretch. So Madeline found here. He must have got a flat tire, right, running short. So yeah, I love map time. We're going to listen to this for a minute and watch it.
Road, the same road that Maddie was found on. So then I got all hung up on Hickory Tree Road, Old Hickory Tree Road, and explaining that. But then they showed me the map, and I'm like, oh my word! So this is where Maddie was found, and the friend lives around here. Okay, it is 1.6 miles away. So if Jen suggested this area, that would be interesting. Or if Stephan just knew about a friend that lived out here somehow, ooh, and if he was trying to head there, because he wouldn't have had much longer to go. He was driving in this direction, as we know, right? Look here. Look at the map time surveillance. He'd come all the way from the grandma's house. We've got to zoom in now. Jen's home is here, right? And he'd driven all this way east. Sorry, I'll make it bigger for you. Wait. This should be better. Grizzly. Okay. He'd driven all this way like this, east. And we're going to see the surveillance that all these little pictures that they've got that they put in this document. Driven south. Driven this way. We always talked about that Alligator Lake as well, like this. And then he suddenly went south. And these are all the points where surveillance caught him, right? And he was going here and he had a flat tire. And so he ended up parking over here.
This is such a great thing. Now, thank you. Please support the channel by hitting the like button. If you are leaving and you're heading out, I appreciate you. We still have 234 people in chat. And I know you guys can be anywhere else doing anything else. I promise after this, I'm going to get to the coins. I'm going to show you the coin page that I have from the document and then go over the text messages. But I do want to show you this because only 1.6 miles away. Oh my God, this stretch and 192. I mean, it's very key when you hear Jen talking about 192 over and over and over, and then giving the theory that she did about what she got strangled. Was she in the trunk? The thing she says, and then seeing it and looking at the timeline, it solidifies it even more. And hello, Avis. Good to see you. Microwave Cheese. Love you. And I love Microwave Cheese. Thank you for the 5 Guilty of Crime memberships. I appreciate you. Love you, Gisela, as well. Thank you for the map time.
As Jen Soto, Maddie's own mother, says, I think he stashed the body, like stashing. She said stashing the body. Can you believe it? Anyway, he put a body in here behind this bamboo. And yet that friend who lives with her mother, wow, it's like right here. That's actually really close. It's interesting. It's interesting. Anyway, I'm not really saying anything about, I'm just like, that is interesting that the friends lived that close. And Jen was acting like, I have no idea exactly where she lived, but you went there. You went hiking with her. So her maybe playing dumb about the location where this friend lives is interesting to me. All right, now let's go back to the document. There's so much to work through here. Okay, so Jen's, communication between, that's what we just did. And we did the cadaver dog alerting to both vehicles. And that's the area where Stephan went out again. Okay, now hold on one second. Communication. So page, we're going to just keep going down a little bit here. Due to the material inconsistencies provided by redacted about the disappearance of Madeline, there's likely evidence of communications between Stephan and redacted regarding the disappearance of Madeline. With
All right, and I do Kim Black. I've said this out loud. I've said this before. I definitely compare him to Ted Bundy. I compare him to Dahmer, and I absolutely believe that there was necro tendencies in him. Definitely revisiting her remains. Something is up with that there, and I'm sure a lot of the pictures of the CSAM revealed the necro tendencies, and I don't have to explain how. Thank you so much for the $10 super sticker. I'm on the same page with you, girl.
Within her iCloud, I think that's all about Jen, right? Due to the material inconsistencies provided by, I'm going to just fill in the blanks, I'm speculating. Due to the material inconsistencies provided by Jen Soto about the disappearance of Madeline Soto, there's likely evidence of communications between Stephan Sterns and Jen Soto regarding the disappearance of Madeline Soto within Jen's iCloud.
All right, I'm just going to show you this real quick, and then we're going to...
did he...
I just want you to see the car pics real quick, and then we'll get into the coins, all right? I'm not going to go through all this because you can just go to Grizzly and watch her. Or if you've already seen it, you know I want my own take on this, and my own take is it's a lot. All right, let's just look at these pictures, and then we'll go. I think about this and look at that seat right there with the dog leash coming down. And look at this nasty-ass car. Ugh, so gross, man. That's not fit for anybody.
Is this how he propped her up? He could have.
Look at
they
that.
did collect it in case. We don't know what the outcome of that is. But remember that Stephan's dad called this the poodle ambulance. So there's dog leashes all over the place. It could literally just be for the poodles, okay? The dad also said that, because the poodles are there and they, what is that word again? They cut their tails. Oh, my word. There could be like blood in the car and all sorts of things. And they hope it, doesn't send investigators down a rabbit hole. But there is the dog leash by the passenger seat. So anyway, we've got that. And then if we look as well, the vehicle photos, there's another one here in the back. You can see the purple here. Okay. I'm going through it relatively quickly because I'm just trying to find this purple one at the back here quickly. Where is it? But it looks the same, right? It's a purple leash in the back of the vehicle. My word. No, hold on.
Sorry, guys.
Stand by, everybody. We're going to go there. You can see there's a lot of pictures. There. So I just quickly want to go. Let's go like this. Yeah, there. So there's one in the back and there's one.
So look at the poodle thing. Sorry, I had to walk away and feed my Wes and my multi-poo. Thank you, Nancy Jean, for the $2.99 super sticker. So much for the support. I appreciate that. All right, we're almost to the pictures, but if you didn't think that before, tell me what you think now about that leash and them having that back there. Seems pretty typical. Having it in the front seat the way he did with Maddie's body. They collected it for a reason.
In the front by the passenger seat. I'm not really speculating anything about it, but it is, tail docking. Thank you.
I am.
Tail docking. I forgot that word. Oh, no. So I've just seen people speculate. Is that how he kept her upright? He could have. I don't know. But he could
I think so.
When he was driving around with her from 7:35 until 9:40. It's just so crazy. Being like in traffic. Imagine all the people now. If not that they would have, maybe, I don't know if they saw anything and thought that's weird. Imagine thinking back and being like, oh my word, is that what that guy was doing? Wow. Okay. So we've looked at that now. Back to the document. We talked about the dog leash and then vehicle surveillance. Let's go here.
All right. Thank you, Grizzly True Crime, for giving me a quick break to feed the dogs. All right. Let's get back to the document. I'm going to go over the coins and read the message and listen to you guys speculate, because at this point, it's all speculation. And it's all speculation because we don't have it in writing. We can sit here all day long and say, we think Maddie was pregnant and it's possible that this and the cops wouldn't have said this. But I mean, unless we have that document that says that, I'm not going to sit there and meander on that thought for too long. So, all right, let's look at this. This is the actual document, what they saw. No, please. Now my son's texting me today. What's tomorrow? Halloween, y'all? Tomorrow's Halloween. Come by today. We're all talking to Christian right now, by the way. All right. Oh, how cute. Reese's little sister. By the way, if you guys didn't know real quick, this is a super quick tidbit about my daughter. she has dibblings. So she has a brother, which is a sibling, and then she has 5 other dibblings, donor siblings, and they all keep in touch. So we had a donor dad, and we have other donor families that use the same donor. So she's got brothers and sisters. She's the oldest of the dibblings. Her brother is 25, my son, but her other brothers and sisters are like right past her. So she's 10, they're 8, 7, 6, 5, and younger. So anyway, her dibbling just texts her happy birthday. And Sue, he's gonna fart no matter what. He's an old man. All right, let's get into this. This is the document that everyone's looking at. Reese is living the dream, right? She's living my dream for sure. Let's get into this. So they looked up Amazon new fun new parent decision coin. I showed you earlier, but it's not really the same as me showing you the document that they looked up because, right, the police, I don't know what made them look at this particular one. We saw many different ones. Who knows? Maybe she said they were talking about Amazon. Maybe there was a link. Maybe that was the link. I can't see anything here. It's all redacted. So anyway, there's the, it ranges from $5.99, could have been a Christmas present, all the way to $9.99. It's pretty cheap, $4.29 here. And I still say, if you can't afford to buy that yourself, you're probably a kid depending on a parent. And why would you even be buying this? Unless it was like maybe a joke for somebody. Maybe somebody was having, I just fed the dogs and my hands smells like dog food. Oh, sorry. All right. So anyway, they have this fun new, I don't know how that's a fun parent decision coin, maybe for the people with dad jokes and, they're pairing it up. So I don't know. I try to think outside the box of this and what it could be rather than just saying, oh yeah, she must have been pregnant, even though that goes against all that I know and all that I've been told. So I'm not going to say that. And Millie, if you're here, hello, girl. I haven't seen you in a while. I think you messaged me, but I can't see my Facebook right now. All right, so anywhere from $4.29 to like $9.99. They looked at all the related products. That's what I did already. And, they put as much information as they could. All right, blank incident report. Now, I need to find that page. Hold on. Let me see what page it's on now. I mean, there's so much here. We can literally go through this document for the next probably 10 hours and we wouldn't even get through it. You know what? I was wondering that too. I wonder if Stephan Sterns just, hit the like, the little like button. And by the way, hit the like button, y'all. If he hit that little thumbs up or whatever, it makes me wonder what he said back to her. And I wish, for Christ's sake, for Jesus, I don't want to take Jesus' Lord name in vain, but I wish we would be revealed a yes or no to stop the rumors. I wish somebody would come out and give us a statement and say, you know what? Madeline Soto was officially pregnant, or Madeline Soto was officially not pregnant. Let's stop the rumors and the speculation, the videos, but it doesn't always happen the way I want it to. So anyway, if that was my wish, that would be, I just want this to be done with, this part. So crazy. Maybe Maddie wanted a baby. I mean, a lot of girls at 13, especially ones that possibly have been abused or don't have good lives, they want a baby because they think, oh, if I have a baby, it's going to love me back and I can take care of it and unconditional love. They don't know that it's a lot of work. So I wish that I just wish they would just tell us. Yes, I'm going to know because I don't want to believe she was. Me either. Absolutely. And Kai Mahalani, have children, and any case involving children is the depths of depravity. I hope hearing these cases a wake-up call to every parent to not let no boyfriend have access to your kids. Thank you. Yeah, 12. She was 12, but she was about to be 13. Thank you, Kim. Prayers. She was 12. She just turned 13. She just turned 13. Right? Unfortunately, it's not possible to get some info. It will be, Graciela. It will be. That information will come out. It will come out. And as far as I'm concerned, it has come out, but I don't have a document that says that. From what I've heard, she is not pregnant, but me to just say, oh, the family told me, That's not enough information for not even me. I'm not going to bet my car keys for what the family told me because maybe they just want the rumors to stop too. So, yeah, don't say I'm not going to say that. 13 for one day, not nonetheless, she turned 13. All right, I need to find that document real quick. It's on 486, but the pages are really like long and messed up. So let me get to it. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to steal hers again. The people that say you steal Grizzly's work, I'm gonna steal her document, even though I have it. But it just takes forever. 489. Bree, am I on the right track? Because I'm getting down to this document now, and it's page. Yeah, I'm not very organized right now because I can't even see page numbers. 234. Okay, let's see. 489. It didn't even go. 489. All right, is this it? Okay, so I got this, y'all. Case supplemental. Oh, no, this is not identified a small birthmark. Nope. This is the assault. I might have to take hers because I don't have it. And that's not a good page. Yeah, don't give access anybody to any of that, please. All right, let's go to the next one. Where is it, Bree? Taking a deep breath. She was happy to talk about crushes. All right, maybe it was here. All right, I might have to go here. I cannot find it on mine. On the right side where it says the page number, you could type. I did do that. I put 489, Bree. You see that? But it's not coming up. I just did that, and it's coming up with the report of her assault, unfortunately. So I definitely was not very clear on this. Yeah, you see that? 489. It's not there. This is her assault. This is the SA assault that we don't want to talk about again right now. All right, so I'm going to pull this down real quick because I'm just going to use this one to read off of. I don't want to sit there through this with you guys. We've been here an hour and a half, and I don't want to sit here digging through this. So, yeah, Bree could come on here, but she's still 486. Okay, was I on the wrong? Let me see. Oh, 486. Okay, 486. There's so many pages. Oh, there it is. Thank you. You know who just helped me right now? You just helped me. Oh, Bree. I got it. 486. All right. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I worked all day. All right. I'll use that as excuse. Okay. Finally, we do have this document. 46. Here we go. Occurred on 2/27/24 SA. And these are a lot of the reports. All right. On 12/26/2023. So this was over a month before her life. Wait, December, January, February. A couple months before. And a lot of people said Maddie looked pregnant, but I don't see that. I just saw a kid that was getting to be a young lady that starts to get. Yeah, Jack Stormo. I was getting confused with 192. That was my problem. Thank you, Bree. Yay, Bree. Ghosts. Ugh, we don't want that. Yeah, we do love you, Bree. Okay, let's go. Let's read this. I found it. I didn't find it. They found it. This is my life. All right. Sends a text message to Stephan. Contained a photograph. Okay, now this is why we know. 4,700 hours. 12/16/23. Maddie sends a text to Stephan that contained a photograph of 2 coins. The coins had the inscription on "New Parent Decision Coin" and appeared to be from Amazon. Maddie sends 2 follow-up texts to Stephan stating, "We need this and get it for us, please." A search of Amazon for these coins revealed these 2 coins are for new parents. where one can flip a coin and decide if it's a mother or father's time to complete a task for a newborn. Due to the fact that this conversation was not near Father's or Mother's Day, leads one to believe that Maddie and Stephan had possibly spoken about conceiving a child. There's all the ammunition you need now for all you creators to come in and say Maddie was probably pregnant, but I'm still going to think outside the box. And I wish that the next wave, I'm going to say a prayer, that the next wave of information that comes out, they'll clear that up since they're putting this out there. All right. Because the officers are putting this out there. The investigators, the people that are putting this out there are putting it out there. And they're not giving us all of it. Detailed information about the steps in health application for iPhone during 2:25 at 20:30 hours and 2:26. So, okay, this gives you a little bit more. This is a good 2:25 at 22:09. So, what is that? What is 22:09? Is that at night? I don't understand this very much. This must be during the day, right? So 9 steps. Then at 23:19, 31 steps were taken and 1 floor climbed, which matched the time that Maddie, I'm going to say, sent Stephan, or Maddie sent something and Stephan upstairs. Oh, Jen sent Maddie and Stephan to go upstairs to sleep. Okay, so this was right in the time. Okay, so we can take a look here and say, oh, so the text messages stopped from here. So we know when Jen said she came home from 10:30 to 11. We know what time Stephan said he came between 8:30 and 9. This gives you a good idea right here of when the steps started and when they didn't start. Okay, so 10:09 p.m. This is great. These were the last steps that Maddie these are not her steps, but these are the last steps that Maddie probably took. So thank you. 22:09 is like 10 o'clock. So it's at night. All right. Thank you. You guys are all military time folks. Almost 20,000 subscribers, baby. Gracie. So she says, but who's actually telling any truth? You're right. But you know what tells the truth? Are those steps right there. So let's talk about that. All right. And this is probably the last page I'll do. Okay. So at 10:09 p.m., 9 steps were taken. Then, so if that was 10:09, then it was 11:19, 31. So from the one floor to another, when Jen sent Maddie to bed with Stephan to go to sleep. Then 7:05, 113 steps. So we don't see much. Wow. We don't see much from 23:19 until 7:05, then 113. How is that possible? 113 steps in the morning on the 26th and then 50 steps. So he's going around the house. He barely went 9 steps and then 31. And now you got 31, which they say is a 1 floor climb. So if you 31 times 3, you can go up and down, and then up and then down partially. 113 steps, 50 steps at 7:15. Then that 7:15 must have been like when he went in the car, maybe. Then at 10:55, 8 steps, which is when Stephan is back in the residence. And 14:37, 54 steps, which is when Jen would be taking Maddie's phone to her when she left to go pick her up from school. 22:06, 17:03 were the next steps counted. Wow. So this kind of gives you a good time, everybody. This 11:19 and when the steps were taken and then when it stops and then it stops all the way until 7:05. Like, did he just take his watch off or is that after Maddie was laid down? And after Maddie was laid down, he gave her a double dose and then strangled her. And maybe everybody, we've been talking a lot about necro. Did he lay with the body for a while? Oh, that's disturbing. That's disturbing to think of that. That's disturbing to think that he took her life a little bit after. And I see you, Millie. Good to see you. Yeah, this is a nightmare alone. It's it shows he turned the phone off for a time. Absolutely, Nancy, Jean. But did he take her life and then lay with her for a while and do things with her for a while? Yeah, I say please no too, but I think that he was into that type of thing. I really truly do. Yeah, Tammy Pruitt says evil. I agree. Yeah, he unplugged until 7:04 in the morning. I totally believe he would too. He's so disgusting, and I think he was into necro. I really do. I don't want to ever say that, but and Maddie, I don't see anything about Maddie having a Fitbit. No, it's very sick and sad, but I'm not really saying much. And you guys are understanding what I'm saying without me having to say it. So, all right, let's finish this page. Ugh. All right, so Madeline's phone was plugged into charge at 2:25. I'm gonna think that's Madeline's. I just see the S at the end. It could be like Madeline's, or it's got to be Maddie's phone plugged into charge at 2:25 at 23:38, and then it looks like the same name. Phone is plugged from charger on 2:26 at 7:04. The phone is then powered off. There you go. From 7:04 to 7:16. The pattern of Maddie's cell phone use is not typical of her normal day, which shows this activity was not physically done by Madeline. On 2:26 at 10:55 is the next time Maddie's cell phone is turned back on. Now, I'm going to assume that this isn't Stephan since they're not blanking him out, and it's not Jen since they're not focusing on Jen. All right, so they turned it on, turned it off, turned it back on, which coincides with the 8 steps it moved at the same time. There it is. Stephan and Maddie would have been the only people in the house at this time. And this looks like Jen's statement now. She was inside of her bedroom during this time and only seen Stephan while he was doing laundry. I'll get to chat in a second. Upon revealing Stephan's cellular download, the following was observed. On 2/26/2024 at 12:12 hours, a factory reset. Okay, now this is Stephan's phone resetting, and we went through this earlier, but I didn't read this. This only can be accomplished by navigating to the settings option in the phone, then tapping general management, swipe, and tap reset. Then tap factory data reset and then review the information. Once reviewing the information is complete, swipe, tap, and reset. If there's a password on the phone, which all phones have a password all phones pretty much. At this time, a person would have to enter their password. So you can't accidentally do this, which we already knew. That's not breaking news. This shows that Stephan could not have accidentally reset his phone, as it has nothing to do with a phone update he stated during his previous statements made under oath. Another factory reset was done on Stephan's phone on 2:27 at 0000 hours. This would be the time frame of his last statement. All right, I don't want to show this. This is the battery essay stuff, and okay, so this just talks about and I could just keep going, y'all. This talks about right, Jen's car to St. Cloud, Stephan's cell phone, over 1,000 images in a file named whatever he called that. Most of these photos are essay graphic in nature. Described upon reviewing Stephan's Google information, he also searches sevoflurane on 2 different dates. I don't know how to say sevoflurane, but wow, 2:12 and 2:14. Sevoflurane is a volatile anesthetic that provides hypnosis, amnesia, analgesia. I don't know how to say it. Analgesia, whatever, akinesia, and I don't want to sound dumb. Autonomic, blockade during surgical and procedural interventions. Clinical uses include inhalation, adduction. So maybe he was using this stuff in neonatal and pediatric patients secondary to IVs. There you go, y'all. This information was obtained by Google. It's unknown why Stephan would be searching this item. Oh, because he probably wanted her passed out. The search terms show up in a drug test when he wasn't attempting to get a job, or he didn't have any children that were having surgery. Good assessment. Upon reviewing, I'm going to say Maddie's cell phone download the following was observed. Maddie set an alarm at 7:30. Oh, it's either Maddie or Jen. 7:30 on days that she would bring. Okay, so this must be Jen. Upon reviewing Jen's cellular download, the following was observed. Jen's alarm would be set at 7:30 on days that she was taking Maddie to school. There were then messages between Jen and Stephan on 2/25/24, starting at 23:39 hours that stated the following. All right, this is my last page, I promise. I'm going to check in with chat. There's 252 people in here. So thank you for listening to me stumble over my words without even taking a drink. All right, I'm going to read this to you, and then I'm going to check chat and say I love you. And yes, this is what I'm saying. The family came out and said she was not pregnant. And I was on a live stream with you when I got the phone call. So if I can't clarify it any more than I've done it right in front of you, then I don't know what will convince you until you I don't know what will convince you. So let's see. Yeah. Baby, son, forever. Did I tell you how much I love you? I love you. Paula, good to see you. They are both disgusting. Thank you for being here. Hit the like button if you haven't been in here. Hopefully you get a membership of your own. Maybe you like our community. I hope you do. Did you read that? I just wrote my ex gave me crabs twice. Same B. Wow. I was wondering that. How could people or somebody not get an STD with all this stuff going on? Or like even like a bladder infection or a yeast infection with all the SA going on. Viviana Daniels, I'm new to your show. I really appreciate the hard work you do. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Paula, I haven't seen you much, but thank you for saying I love your show. I appreciate you. Misty says they've never been so invested in a case, and me either. All right. Now I'm going to read everybody. So Mary Joy says, maybe I'm sorry, Jay, but I think the family is lying. There's something wrong with the whole situation. Rest in peace, Maddie Soto. Now, Mary, I would say to you, please stick around in my community so we can figure this out together. Okay. Because I want to figure this out and I don't want to lie to you and I don't want people to lie to me. So let's get to the bottom of this together. All right. Millie says Stephan Sterns' dad didn't buy any of his BS. His mom protects him and careful. They even said that he will have no one when he gets out. He's never going to get out. We don't care what they say. Rosie, I love you so much. You're awesome. Both channels. Awesome. All right. Thank you. Yeah. Mary Joy, let's get to this together. Stay with us. All right. Let's get it out there. So many peeps did he one, got one. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's finish this up together. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me today. I wasn't the most prepared, but I'm here. All right. All right. Now, here it is, and we've gotten to the deep weeds today. I really do enjoy this episode because it's a timeline. Carly recommended to me about 2 weeks ago. She said, Jay, do a timeline of this. Like map it out because it's confusing on what day it's starting. You know, we've got into the weeds, and today I think we did a good timeline. I didn't expect to do one because I thought we were going to do, just the coins, but it led me to this, and I'm grateful. So, Jen is texting Stephan 23:39 hours. Jen texts Stephan, make sure she goes to bed right now. Right? Then right away, Stephan says, okay, sweetie. Good night. Good night, honey bun. Good night, honey bunches of oats. Thank you. Oh, yeah, sweetheart. Right back, Jen says, good night. Ugh, bleh, I want to vomit. Stephan texts Jen, she's built her nest and she's settling in now. What does that mean? So what time is that? 23:14 is that 12 hours. So 11:40, right? Is that 11:40? Okay, I'm gonna say it's 11:40. Then right back. Okay, good. What does that mean? She built her nest. They're so weird. Gave me a shout out. Where? Gavin Fish. Thank you. Thank you, Teresa. I love you. Yeah, this is pukey-ish. Gross. And I love all you guys that have different opinions. I really do. You thought the show was at 7. You were decorating. No, I come on at 4. It's 7. It's 7 p.m. for Bree. That's why. They're both sick in the head. Let's read these nasty text messages. Trigger warning. All right. I just had to do that. So we got past this. Honey bun, sweetheart, good night. Love you. You gave me everything I wanted. We're going to settle in now. All right, honey. I'm going to get my good night's sleep. The message confirms that Jen stated during the interviews that Stephan and Maddie were alone in his bedroom prior to her life being taken the following morning. On 2/25/2024, Maddie set her cellular phone on a wireless charger, or maybe Jen set her cell phone on a wireless charger at 23:54 and then the next day, 2:26, Jen set an alarm to go off at 9 o'clock. This is definitely Jen because I remember her potato self talking about getting up at 9 a.m. because she was so tired from working one day out of 10. Oh, you know how exhausting that could be, right? All right. Okay, so the alarm was removed from notifications while still on the wireless charger. I love that the data from all of our devices, everybody, our data. If you guys want to commit a crime or you're going to do something, don't. Because our phones are going to tell. They're going to tell when we didn't do something that we normally do, when we did something, what we did, how we did it, where we did it, and all the cameras. All right? So consistent with the potatoes' daily activities with removing the alarm notifications or snoozing them. There were several other messages between Jen and Stephan regarding Maddie sleeping in the same room together. There was also text messages between Stephan and Jen claiming Stephan gave Maddie, okay, this was it, gave Maddie an extra dose of her medication when it wasn't necessary. He wanted her more zonked out, y'all. He wanted her to be a zombie. You remember Ted Bundy, don't even move, don't breathe. You know, when he would tell his exes or his girls when he was having sex with them. I was able to search through the images on Stephan's Google account. Those were covered, a lawful search warrant submitted. I observed the following, and then there we go on to the next page. So we see the essay counts and all this stuff, and then, oh, I'm not going to show this, so I'm done. Those are my worst nightmare pictures. No. Not happening. All right, guys. People, ladies, gents, beautiful folks. All right, y'all, we made it to almost 2 hours. Didn't expect that. I didn't even make it to Plunder's video. I thought I was going to go through her stuff, and I ended up talking the whole time. Jamila, thank you for joining us. Better late than never. You made it. Hit the like button on your way in. If you're on your way out, hit the like button, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your community. Yes, coming to an end. Dawn, Grandma 3, member for 6 months. Thank you. Love watching your channel. I love you all. Tomorrow is Halloween. Remy stuff. Peace out to you. See you guys maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's Halloween. So if I can get an episode in, I would love to. Now, I know you guys, I dressed up in my outfit the other day, but I have another outfit. So let's see how that goes. I love you all. Much love, sweetie. All the mods. Carly. And who am I missing? I can't even. The Petty Mason, of course. Petty Mason. Love and peace to you all. Thank you so much for being here and just being such an awesome community. Have a good night, y'all.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty of crime?
Just kidding. You know what, though? I'm not just kidding. I like doing a surprise at the end. So I just got a Cash App from Jennifer White. Jennifer, thank you so much for the $5 Cash App. I love you guys. And let's get together tomorrow on Halloween. You all better have some costumes on. If you don't have a costume, get your kids in costumes and get ready for some trick-or-treating because it's getting darker earlier and y'all are going to be out there. Love you. Good night.